Well, I say every day it's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.
Greetings, salutations, and welcome to the 78th episode of Screaming Into the Void, where we talk about whatever the hell we feel like. My name is Samuel the Infamous, and joining me today are my co-hosts, Ryan, the Dirty Bucket Shitter.
I am the Dirty Bucket Shitter, and I'm working on a holiday version of this this little photo here. So it's good to be here. And apparently the Rumble live stream I set up is not working. So we're figuring it out. Fuck it.
Yeah, I had that same issue with Rumble when I first started trying to do that, and I still haven't fixed that issue. So it is what it is. And we also have Devil Made Me Do It.
Yep, I am Devil Made Me Do It. Now and Ryan's gonna be putting out a Christmas album soon. Jingle bucket, full of human waste.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. At first it was a little shaky. And then it got better. I liked it.
I don't know, dog. That was a little pitchy for me, dog.
That's a no from me, dog. Oh my god!
Have you seen auto-tune?
Have you seen that motherfucker recently? He looks like his face is frozen in time. Like Randy Jackson looks sick. That's not a joke.
Like sick or like hasn't aged?
Because he got the lap band, I think, and so after he lost weight, he looks so weird.
Yeah. I mean, that'll do it. You know, it's the lap band does weird shit to people.
Yeah,
that
it is.
All right, real quick, let's say hello to chat. Kohai Maskus dropping by to say hello.
Kohai,
always glad to see you. She was not feeling well last night, so send some well wishes her way. Hopefully she's feeling better. She's trying to kick a cold or something. So good to see you though. Corey Cochran, hello.
What's up, Corey?
We've got Kenzo, my good pal Kenzo, who is unfortunately under the thrall of a fair-faced harpy.
It's super weird that I saw a meme of Kermit the Frog just going to town on.
Yeah, he's really mad about that one, actually.
What I would assume was Taylor Swift's butthole.
Yeah. That was Alpha. And that one's picked up a fuckload of traction too.
Yeah, it's picked up a lot of traction.
Clifton, hail, buddy.
Good what up, Clifton? How you doing, man? It's good to have you on the show last night. He enjoyed the degeneracy for the second week in the row. So yeah, he's gonna be coming back again. Duke can handle himself. That's great. So
absolutely. We have Anna's Gameland in chat. My good friend Anna. How you doing?
Ooh.
What's funny is I read that first exclamation point as a lowercase L.
Well,
Kenzo.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna make the joke that Bush made a couple weeks ago. I'm just not doing it.
Yeah, it looked like it said anal Kenzo.
Because we had the same conversation, and Bush is like going, "Oh well, no, just not doing it. Steer away from the skid."
Yeah, hard to do when you're making a skid. When you're leaving it.
Look, you know what? I voiced my opinion on the internet, and I'm honest. And quite frankly, for some reason, it works. A lot of times, it doesn't.
Right.
Hence the Dirty Bucket Shitter.
Right. Speaking of making fun of your friends on the internet, so
it's a long wall,
I got a
dude.
thing that I got to bring up here. That
it's a long wall.
Yeah,
I thought he froze.
I didn't. I mean, I might have a little bit, but it wasn't the computer.
It was your brain.
Kenzo sent me this morning. Yes.
Oh God,
that's my brain.
Damn it.
Kenzo sent me this morning. This is a short version, but he sent me this morning to show everybody. So sorry, Devil.
I got
No,
What
railed in the Senate room. I got
No, you're
railed in the Senate room. Worst part about that is my like freaking stumbling and shit. I was thinking of what I was saying.
right. There is a longer version out there.
Devil was high.
Yeah. Well, no, it was just fuck, I think it was a serious man who took a long diatribe that Devil had, actually several of them, and he just like spliced it together and did this whole homoerotic X-rated thing. And then Kenzo animated it.
Look, Devil, sometimes you gotta reap what you sow, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes you get it back, and it's no
Oh.
loop.
Fuck, I should
No.
not have scrolled up. He also sent me that one with Dermy making out with Shrek.
Ugh.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it myself, buddy.
You brought it up, fucker.
I did. Well, you know, if I had to see it, you had to hear about it. That's how this works.
No, the fuck I don't.
At least
dude.
that's what I was told by
we're
that
not
Star
a
Wars girl,
married couple. What are you talking about?
because she decided to. Yeah, she decided to repost that video that's been circulating on Twitter of the young staffer getting railed in a Senate room.
Oh, so terrible.
And she's like, I saw it, so now you have to. I was like, God damn it, I've been trying to avoid this all day, and there it is, in full,
It's so terrible.
4K butt fucking glory.
Yeah, 2 dudes, by the way.
It's not good.
So that's
Yeah,
super awesome.
yeah. Well, and it was funny too because we were talking about it a little bit last night. I guess the culprits have been identified, and the one who was doing the fucking
Yes.
was talking about being, a victim of some kind, which makes no sense because he was holding the fucking camera.
That's what I was talking about when they clipped me out of
Mhm.
context and made it sound like I was being railed.
Oh, really,
Yeah.
Devil? You got clipped out of context, huh? Does it happen to you often?
Your bucket shitting was completely legitimate. That was not out of context.
Just saying, you're getting it back, fucker. It's just-
Right. So the main
Sam was
topic
like, "Yeah,
for
move
today. Main topic for today is Tim Pool's very favorite 2 words.
Civil War.
Yes. I assume you guys have seen the trailer for the movie that's coming out.
Yes.
No, I actually have not seen this trailer. Look, I know, I get it. It's making the rounds. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's gonna be." I don't know. I just know that Tim Pool, quite frankly, in my opinion, is a giant Deutsch bag, and his name's close to what he really is. Tim Pool, Tim the Tool. He's just such a tool. He just vomits this garbage nonsensically, and in my opinion, I think he thinks he's the smartest dude in the room, and he's not.
Well, I think that he knows he doesn't like to appear to not be. I know that.
Yeah,
He's had people fired from his program for less than that.
Look, when when Gary from Nerdrotic went on his channel, and he was trying to tell Gary, who covers pop culture
Mhm.
religiously, and who's been has been in comics and nerd fandom for decades, that Falcon and the Winter Soldier is a good show. Dude, go fuck off. Just go fuck off.
I mean-
Look, you're allowed to have your opinion, but the fact that you're trying to tell Gary he's wrong, you're an idiot.
It's fine if he likes it. If he disagrees, that's fine too. But he came across like I am the be all and end all authority on this, and you will submit to my will. And
Yeah, he can eat a bag of dicks.
I get it, but this episode really isn't about Tim Pool. I honestly I haven't watched a guy in a long time. Even when I think the Gary episode might have been the last time I bothered to tune in.
Yep.
He has some guests on there that I would be more than interested in hearing from. I'm just not really interested in hearing from him, or more importantly, Ian Crossland.
No, and Ian, look, he's a pretty genuine dude. Like,
He seems like a nice guy. Seems like a
he's
decent
pretty
guy.
naive. but
think
he
he's kind of retarded.
a little bit, yeah. That's
No.
kind of what happens when you. And then of course there's the other guy that's Mr. Conspiracy Theory himself. Literally, he seems like he has a that he has fucking Asperger's or something like that because he just just like, all right, dude, shut up. And
Are you
it's like,
talking about Luke Rakowski?
yeah, him, he sucks too.
Nah, he doesn't have Asperger's. He's Russian or
Was that?
Polish or some shit. I don't know.
You
Poles
know,
are like
I
how
actually
did I
think
put that last
I
night,
legit
Devil?
think he's retarded.
Poles are the discount Russians.
we're getting we're probably
Yeah.
we might get a little pushback here because I'm being
I
slightly
know.
judgmental, but at the same time, I don't care.
Yep. Hey, Carrie.
Hey, Gary, I haven't
No,
seen you in a while, dude. How you doing?
I don't want to hear from Jack Murphy. I've heard all I want to hear from Jack Murphy. Jack Murphy has, as far as I know, not been on that show for the better part of 2 years. So,
Yeah.
I'm not really worried that much about running into that asshat again. But
Well, also Eliza Blue was kind of promoted by them, Mr. Poole himself, along
I
with
mean,
Jack Murphy. You
look,
know,
if we're being honest, like it's we talk about like freedom of speech and freedom of thought and all that stuff. And so if we're really honest about that, then we need to allow people like them space too. Um,
oh yeah, I allow everybody the freedom of speech to basically tell them, to let the world know who they are and how fucking retarded they are.
And I'm not saying that we gotta, carry water for them or we have to agree with them or anything like that. And Tim can have anybody he likes on his show. It's his show. That's fine. Um, I will agree with you that I think that he was carrying water for Eliza Blue. I think that he ignored a lot of the shit about Jack Murphy.
Hmm.
And I mean, honestly, even the porn stuff with Jack Murphy, that isn't that big a deal. It's gross. It's disturbing, but it's not, like it. He wasn't out there aside from like scarring people's eyes. He wasn't doing a lot of damage to people. But it was one of those things. Like if he had owned that instead of like going to the war room or whatever the fuck it was he said,
Yeah,
it
the war
probably would
room.
have been a lot easier on
Yeah.
him in the long run. And they probably wouldn't have found out that he was scamming the shit out of a bunch of dudes with his liminal order bullshit.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I can what he did, what he said, I could give a shit about. The only thing that bothered me was when when the court criticized him, he's all, I'm gonna make a war room. How fucking beta is that somebody picks on you and you have to try to get people to help you fight your
Yeah.
battles?
Mom, they're picking on me.
Yeah, so alpha. So alpha. Help me out, guys.
Like,
Yeah.
and Samuel's been there too, right? When I've had a bunch of weirdos coming after me because I like to say stuff like under discussing film about how Wish was look, another Disney flop, and I got called a racist Nazi. I was like, okay, well that's really point A to point W in like no seconds flat. Um, I posted it in the chat because I was laughing. I was like, these people really are broken little toys, you know.
Mhm.
And I was laughing because they cause me humor, and I'm never gonna invite my friends to come be like, going, come on guys, let's go destroy this dude. Like, that's super lame. But I'm gonna invite my friends to laugh at the weirdos because there's so many weirdos out there anymore.
Yeah, I get that.
I agree.
I don't know, but regarding like Murphy and all that shit, there's to hell with that guy.
Yeah,
He's
he's
off
sitting
doing
down.
whatever. I guess he's like born again now or whatever he says anyway. I found the Lord. Of course you did because you got caught doing something fucking horrendous, dude. But
Yeah, no, he's still sticking stuff in his butt.
and that's his business. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care either. That's a great point. I don't care, but yeah, he's still doing it.
But no, my issue was that he was damaging bank accounts and lying to people and getting them to like in a very cult like manner sign over all of their fucking worldly possessions to this guy so that he could teach them how to be men, which according to a lot of people who left, he wasn't doing.
Of course
You
not.
know.
It's a scam.
But yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was a fucking pyramid scheme, and so that's neither here nor there. But so far as that goes, that's why the cuck beard has made the rounds on the internet for the last 2 years, is because of that asshole.
Yeah.
It's his beard.
Good Lord, I have so many avatars. What in the criminy?
I don't know, man. It's ever evolving.
Well, here
But-
comes another one.
The reason that I brought up Tim Pool is because he is well known and documented to have said the two words Civil War in conjunction at least 8 billion times in the last 5 years. Almost like he wants it to happen.
I
and
just
the
like,
reason-
I would just like to say for the record, welcome to green-haired anti-liberal. She has a vagina, so of course she's late.
And I have a stuffy
for
because
your
I just
vagina?
went and saw. No, this is actually a neck pillow. I travel with it. I just went and saw The Boy and the Heron and had like
So
a
gay.
streamless shock.
Was it
And
good?
Kratos, no, it was not.
Oh,
I give
shit.
it a D on the ranking
it.
list. It had its moments, but it was very long and boring for like the first hour and a half. And I like slower films, and this one was just, there was no true Hayao Miyazaki substance to it, and then the end is a bit discombobulated and it doesn't really tie anything together that they should have tied into it. Like there were pieces that were shining through, and afterwards I was like, why didn't you do anything with that? That would have been great. Why did you just leave it hanging as a throwaway thing? So yeah, general.
Scal movie ruined for me. I'm just kidding. I don't care.
No shit. I know you well enough to think that Hayao Miyazaki, you probably don't even know who it is.
No, but I would like to say for the record
Wow.
though that the bucket looks great with a Christmas hat.
It does. It does, in fact.
Ah.
Christmas hat.
Or Santa, wash that when
Um,
you get it back.
I
I'm
am
a little
Santa.
shocked.
What are you
I'm a
talking
little
about?
shocked you don't know who Hayao Miyazaki is. I mean,
I
I don't
probably do. The
watch a
name
lot of
sounds-
anime, and I know who he is.
Spirited Away, do you know that? Howl's
No.
Moving Castle, Princess
Ponyo.
Mononoke.
Oh, that one I know. Yes, thank you. That's why it's familiar. Thank you.
Yep, he did a lot of great stuff. Studio Ghibli is kind of his studio.
Yeah. And this was supposed to be his last film, but then it came out that it's likely not going to be, which I'm kind of thankful for, because it would be disappointing that that is what he ended his.
It'd be like his Ghosts of Mars.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
love that movie.
Ghost of
The movie's not
Mars.
good.
It's not, but it's good.
It's
It's-
not
Now
at all.
I
It's
did
good.
like the movie Mission to Mars.
Mission to Mars is great. Mission to Mars was not directed by John Carpenter, who was known for doing awesome things, and then kind of flubbed that last one.
I don't think I've seen
Yeah,
Mission.
it was
Ghost.
yeah,
Disagree.
Ghost of
You
Mars
probably
was-
like Screamers too, huh?
What the fuck is Screamers?
It's essentially the same movie.
Oh,
Oh,
is it?
I like Frighteners. That's a really good movie.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that movie.
Now, Screamers is about a bunch of like robotic buzzsaws under the surface of the sands of Mars that just like rip people up.
Oh, interesting.
They're called Screamers because they sound like, circular saws.
Nice.
so basically, long story short, don't trust Gal for movie reviews.
Not at all. I'm not saying that it's a great movie, but it's a good movie. It's like a guilty pleasure movie for me.
Well, then you lead with that, dude.
Hey, show.
I mean, did I really need to spell it out like that? I said
Yes.
it's not a great movie. Fucking whatever.
Yeah. Well, speaking of
I
potentially
mean, Samuel
not
likes
great-
Velocipaster.
That movie's
I
a
haven't
goddamn
seen that.
masterpiece.
It's not
looks
it's
kinda
not a goddamn
awesome.
masterpiece. It's a fucking piece of shit.
I wanted to see it. I just
It's
haven't
like
yet.
the holy grail of
Of awful.
C tier movies. Yes.
See, really,
Look,
really.
Look, okay, no, let me explain something to you, Ryan. There's bad, right? There's bad
I'm-
movies like Captain Marvel, right? Which are just fucking bad. And then there's bad movies that are fun.
I mean, yes, I understand that. Like, it's probably one of the reasons we're friends.
Starship
but-
Troopers.
It's Starship Troopers is a cult
Nope.
classic.
I know.
Would you like to know more?
It's actually more of a B film, not a C tier.
I didn't
That's
say
true.
I didn't say Starship Trooper. Wait, who did
No,
somebody
no,
say
no,
that?
no. I was bringing it
No, she was
up
just
as a comparison to
Okay.
Sam's,
See, I was so confused.
but he said it was a
No,
sequel.
Starship Troopers is a cult classic.
I know.
yeah.
Dude, I swear
Speaking
to God,
of,
I'm gonna
though,
I'm gonna drive up to Denver and drop kick you in the box.
I'll hug you back.
That's not what that is.
Yeah. Fucking sadomasochist.
Anyhow,
Oh, Carrie, you hurt me. You hurt my soul a little bit.
what
there.
he said, Starship Shippers is yeah. Well, I mean, Shadow's helping you out though. You know, that's his favorite movie ever. I mean, there's no
Well,
accounting for taste, kid,
Shadu,
but
Shadu's never seen Beverly Hills Cop, so
right, he doesn't. Yeah,
Oh.
It's
yeah, that's true,
it's just
kid. Your
another comedy
opinion
movie, right?
doesn't really
Motherfucker.
hold a lot of weight in terms of quality movies. Yeah, he's like, oh, it's just a comedy. The plot doesn't matter. That's what he said.
He almost got permabanned from Friday Night's Royal Rumble for that. I probably kept him off the panel for longer than I ever have, and it was like 5 minutes. I was like, I'm going to finally bring him back after we're done bashing you.
All right, now.
Wait, he knows what Clendathu is, but he doesn't know Beverly Hills Cop?
Dun, 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 dun.
Damn kid.
Dun.
There's no hope. No hope.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah,
That was a pretty good trailer last night, I have to admit. I was pretty excited about that.
I am not excited for the movie, but the trailer was good.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things. I'm cautiously optimistic, but it definitely brought back all the nostalgic feels. Kind of a simp
Right.
for nostalgia. Then I watch it and I go, that wasn't nostalgia at all. You just kind of took a dump over everything. And I was like, all right, now time to get it.
America, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was tragic.
And
Yeah,
it was horrendous. And honestly, man, it's like Beverly Hills Cop 3 was kind of hot garbage too.
Well, of course.
I hated
I need to
that one.
rewatch all of them. I haven't seen
Yeah.
those in decades.
Well, see, people were actually clamoring for Beverly Hills Cop 4, right? Nobody was clamoring for a Coming to America 2. Like, you can't come to
The
America
first one-
again.
Like the first one was just wrap a freaking tie a bow
Yes.
on it. Perfect. Like
pretty much.
no one. Why?
Nobody asked for it. Like, at least if there's a movie that people ask for another one for, fine, let's talk about it, right? But like, nobody was like, I can't wait to see number 2. And it's like, really?
Well,
what, Coming to America again? Like, what is that title?
Yeah.
no, see, I thought that they could do something with it, but they had to be clever, and unfortunately, movie makers aren't clever anymore. Like, they could have played it where he's taken
in
the
the 80s
crown,
and the 90s,
obviously
which is
his
where
son
most-
has become of age, and his son is exactly how his dad wanted him to be. He's pampered, he likes all the care, he just wants his bride picked for him and stuff. And he's all, no, you have to look for the woman you love. And he's all, why? Just pick one for me.
Right.
And so he takes his son to America to teach him, look for someone who loves you. So you get the same nostalgia of him going to America and showing his son, and his son, he takes him to the burger place and goes, try this. And he goes, ugh, and he's, because that
McDowell's.
could have been humorous, but that's not what
You've
they did.
already written a better movie.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. I would watch that.
Like that's the type of thing where, sure, that's kind of cookie cutter what you should do with it, right? It's a given that would have been perfect and people would have loved it. Why didn't you do that?
The message.
Well, I think we all know the answers.
Well,
because
yes.
They're massively retarded.
Yeah. Speaking of massively retarded, I am finally going to get to this. If you guys haven't seen it in the chat, I'm sure some of you have. We are going to go over the trailer for the upcoming film Civil War, which is why I brought Tim Pool up in the first place.
Oh darn! I missed a Tim Pool conversation.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. You didn't miss much.
You missed the fact that he sucks. But you probably already knew
Darn.
that. Yeah.
Oh, darn.
Oh, and Shadow is leaving. All right. Well, have a good one, kid.
All right, see you do.
Go
Go
dream
watch
of giant bugs.
Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2 instead of maybe Tim Pool for once.
Actually, yes, do that. Oh, all right, here we go.
19 states have seceded.
The United States Army ramps up activity.
The White House issued warnings to the Western forces as well as the Florida Alliance.
The three-term president assures the uprising will be dealt with swiftly.
Let me know if you want to try anything on.
Are you guys aware there's like a pretty huge civil war going on all across America?
We just try to stay out. With what we see on the news, seems like it's for the best.
So, already, thoughts?
Well, I see where this is going.
Mhm.
And it really makes sense why everybody else who's seen this says they see where this is going. First off, no, that's not how it works. It's just not how this works. Like this is over hyped fantasy. First off, right?
Yeah.
You can tell somebody who's never been to Middle America made this because there's all this open
Yeah.
space with nobody in it and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, this comes from a mouth breather who lives in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the fact is, if 19 of the states wanted to secede from the union, they could call a thing of states. What do they call that?
It's
Conference of states, or it's something anyway.
Yeah.
And just say they want to leave. And if there's that many that want to leave, I'm sure they could get the votes to leave. You know, they could work this out without a civil war if that many states wanted to. If only one state wanted to leave, they couldn't get it to actually happen and vote on it. But with 19, yeah, they would have to. I mean, I
Well,
don't
yeah,
think it would
because
be necessarily a civil war.
obviously there would be a massive breakdown of the federal government, and the states have more power than the federal government does, right? The federal government, its whole entire job is to govern generically and to basically protect the borders of the United States of America. However, the states themselves have massive power to tell the federal government, go eat a bag of dicks. You don't get to do this because we, the people, eat shit. And so, like when it was like, because what, a couple of years ago, like, right, maybe like 2019, California's like, there was like a petition, like trying to get California to secede. Like,
Yeah.
okay, good luck.
Well, there was a petition for a number of different states to secede, and there was
Yeah.
there. I think there were petitions with large numbers of states, like in the 15 to 19 range, saying like, hey, maybe we
Which-
should do this national divorce thing. And the reason that won't happen is because the federal government will not allow
The cash
a
cow.
loss of power and a loss of income.
Well, not just that too, right? Because it's not just that. It would be normal Americans saying that the idea, the probably the most prominent experiment in history has failed, and that's not what the United States is. It has been massively successful. Excuse me. Now, are we having a little bit of a cultural disagreement? Yes. Married couples fight. Congratulations. What you want? You want cookies? And this is something that somebody from one side heard somebody from the other side say, well, Civil War, Civil War, Civil War. Well, okay, well, I'm going to give you the Civil War movie, and I'm going to paint you guys all in the worst light. It's not going to happen because normal Americans don't support this crap, right? We support we support Americans, being proud to be an American, supporting families and traditional values and stuff like that. That's what this country was founded on. This is the reason that still to this day, this country is the place that the majority of people from impoverished nations want to come because they will succeed here. They can work hard here and make something real for themselves.
Well,
So this garbage, it's just garbage from both sides. And quite frankly, no, not a big fan of Tim Pool, Mr. Civil War. And also at the same time, it's like not a fan of the weirdos on the left who are like going, well, we're gonna indoctrinate your children and we're gonna do all these things and you can't stop us. It's like going,
Yeah.
okay, well, quite frankly,
Um,
both sides, good luck.
yeah.
Go ahead, Devil.
Sorry,
As
go.
much as I would love to get away from some places, some of the people in this country, it would be stupid for us to break up. China would take advantage of that immediately, if we weren't as strong as we were. But you can tell the I was talking about this on Soldier's channel that this is a propaganda piece.
Mhm.
Common disagreed with it. I think so. Third term president. They use that the person's a third term president. They took power and pushed himself for a third term. Who have they been saying is going to do that since the very first run? Donald Trump.
Obama.
Yeah.
So
Gee
I think
whiz.
I think this is it's coming out early this next year. I think it's gonna be, oh, don't reelect Trump because this is what's gonna happen, obviously. But two, in it, they say that there's a Texas-California alliance. In what world does that happen? They both want to succeed from the union, but for completely separate
Well,
reasons.
I
yeah,
saw
that's
I
also a
saw some
fantasy too. That is the Californians are turning Texas purple. Like that's a
Yeah.
fantasy
Wishful
that
That's
these
why
that's what
weirdos
that's what I'm
have.
getting at. I saw a bunch of people saying like, "Oh, you'll find that Texans have more in common, or that Californians have more in common with Texans than you think." I was like, they don't actually. You're talking about a
Austin.
couple of like really
Cities.
condensed centers of blue populace, right? And specifically Austin. There are a handful of other places where it's a little bit more blue, but the vast majority of Texas, most Texans don't actually live in the cities.
Correct.
No,
Yeah.
it's
And Texas is much, much bigger than they think.
Yep. They
Texas
can't
is
even imagine it.
huge.
Yep.
I've driven through Texas. It is huge. And there are towns with, I'm not joking, one traffic light, a gas station, a restaurant, a couple mom and pop shops, and then as soon as you drive through that light, this is where I drove through, moving to Florida, and you're just you're gone again.
I took my mom up, down, left, and right over Anime Montsuri for this reason, because we were looking for places to try and convince our parents to move with us to go to in Texas. Like, they're all over the place. Texas is country, and it has a few cities. And even Houston just elected a different mayor that was less radical than their Democratic mayor. Like, it's still a Democrat, but it's more of a centrist Democrat.
Mhm.
They just kicked out the crazy bitch. Like,
Yeah, to be fair though, Austin is very, very blue
Yeah.
by Texas standards.
yes.
Houston kind of is, but Houston is a shithole for other reasons entirely.
Mhm.
Well, it's so I just moved home to I just moved back to the state that I grew up in, right? Colorado. It's a very blue state. Gal lives in one of the worst parts of the state. I feel bad for her. I understand why she wants to leave. The thing is, where I live is and where I work on a daily basis is cows. Like, you see cows on the road. Like, they get out the fence, they're walking on the road. Like, this is you see people riding down the road on horses. This is very rural Colorado. These losers in like Denver and Boulder could not fathom what to do with that. They don't understand that
Well,
lifestyle. I
yeah, you
grew up
just
like that.
Mhm.
most people, when they think of Colorado, they either think of the ski resorts, which are entirely owned and operated by rich people from
Aspen.
California,
Yep.
or they think about the I-25 corridor, which is a series of cities traveling down I-25 from the top to the bottom,
Mhm.
and most of which is very blue. That's one strip right through the middle of the state. The rest of the state is pretty goddamn red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's classic people who work with their hands and they get dirty. Like, it's one of those things that there's a reason that a certain politician is, whether you like her or not, right? She represents the part of the state that I live in, and the weirdos hate her
Mhm.
because she represents normal people. Now, I'm gonna say, is she the best representation? Maybe not. No.
No
Is
one
she?
is, especially in
But
politics.
nobody is, right? The thing is that I'd take Smallville as an example. If you put Jonathan Kent from Smallville, basically, who he played, Bo Duke, right, Bo, yeah, Bo Duke,
Yeah.
Jonathan Schneider as our representative, he'd still be hated because he has classic traditional views from the character from Smallville. I'm assuming John Schneider
John
has
Snyder's
more,
pretty fucking
he's pretty
conservative.
traditional, yeah.
Yeah.
And so the
Yeah.
thing is that that's the thing is that if you're not one of these weirdos in Denver who lets homeless people shit on the street and the cops don't get to round them up because that's racist or whatever that they like to say that is, it's that then you're their enemy. So there's no negotiating with these weirdos, these losers.
Well, that's what the thing is with these people in Hollywood. They don't understand. If California tried to succeed from the union and go socialist as they want to,
Mhm.
I'm going to kill people in San Francisco in Minecraft. I'm not. I'm sorry. Most of California, like you said, if you look at California map, it's red except for a turd where San Francisco is, a turd
Yep.
where freaking LA is. There's the blue. But
And
the
it's
whole state
bleeding
goes
into San Diego.
yeah,
Mhm.
because they're so densely populated. That's where all the power comes from. But if it was me versus the rest of the country, because California would go socialist, I'm fighting against the socialist. I would go and I wouldn't be like California pride. No, I'd be like, I know where I'm going.
Mhm.
Well,
Screw that.
That's a great point, actually, because this is one of the things that they, when the left talks about civil war, they don't seem to understand how this works. This is not going to be a Mason-Dixon line clear division. It's not going to be
Country
north versus
versus
south
city.
or east versus west. It's not going to be, like, oh, this state aligns with this state and that kind of thing. It's going to be house to house, neighborhood to neighborhood, street to street.
Yep.
There will be no escaping from it. There won't be safe havens, if it were to happen. And that's like I don't think they quite understand, because we're much more mixed populace than they seem to want to think.
Yeah.
Like I got neighbors right now who were much further left than I am, and others who, if I'm being perfectly honest, like they shave their heads and they wear the suspenders and the brown pants. They're not they're quite a bit further right.
Mhm.
Yeah. When the original Civil War happened, you took pride in your state. That was you first and foremost. You weren't American, you were Georgian. You
Yeah.
were, but
Tennessean.
that's not how it is no more. I don't take pride in being Californian. I wish I could get the hell out of this shithole. I take more in what political, not political party, but what I think America needs to be, and socialist ain't one of it. So yeah, it's gonna be more city versus rural. And that goes on in every state. Every single state has that same problem, where if you look at it on the map, it's a lot of red with a little blue, and the blue has all the power. So yeah. That's exactly it. That'll be where the Civil War would happen.
And the irony of that too is that these city people can't fathom the fact that that the people from rural areas. I don't care about politics and in this aspect of the conversation. People from the rural areas, they're the ones that built this damn country. It's not you fucking weirdos you losers living in the cities. Congratulations, you go work at Google every goddamn day. God, if Google fucking crashed, what would we all do?
It's not even just that they built the country; they're maintaining it.
Yes.
I
It's
live
not
in
the
coal
fucking
country.
cities.
I live in coal country.
Yeah.
Without us, we provide 70% of the coal in the lower 48. We provide a fair amount of it to Asia too, Russia and China.
Yep.
Just from the area that I live in.
If
Right?
you
We
were
ship out 93 coal laden freight trains a day.
Yeah, any trains that you see going through there, that's what it's filled with.
Oh, and I guarantee they travel through Colorado. Like, because I see the freight trains every damn day coming through Colorado.
There is no electricity to maintain the internet, and working at Google would become irrelevant.
Without the people in the rural areas, you have no food.
Yep.
You
that was going to be my next point. It's
like,
not just the electricity and the
like
coal.
Starve them out.
These
The
fucking
farms,
retards. They literally think That like, well, I mean, we're the intellects of this country. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, actually, you're not, because you live in a place, and I learned this during COVID, and it was one of the reasons, right? Because Tampa Bay is very blue. Ooh, ooh.
Mhm. Yep.
Pinellas County, thank God, actually finally got their shit together and voted in Anna Paulina Luna,
Mhm.
who's a Hispanic woman. So I guess if you want to call her a racist for being conservative, good luck. Um, but Hillsborough County, where I lived, is still extremely blue, and the amount of people freaking out because there was limited stuff on the shelves would just shock you. And I'm like, it doesn't just magically appear because it comes in the magical truck. It comes from somewhere.
Yeah,
And I
how's your intellect treating you in those
yeah,
situations?
like
Where's your
what you gonna
degree?
do? How you gonna survive? Like I'd love to hear that, right? Because as somebody who lived in hurricane, country, as you would, we would call it, because part of Colorado's in tornado country. Um, as somebody, who you guys deal with hurricanes on an annual basis. Whenever a hurricane's on the way, y'all sure really panic buy real quick. And it's like, so you either don't have the supplies or you're just stupid.
Mhm.
Well, also, a lot of these cities have got their gun laws. You can't have guns in the city. So yeah, the rural has more guns, and we know how to use them better. So
Yep.
what are you gonna do when you want to start this civil war and the rural guys are all, yeah, I got 7 AR-15s in my basement, and you
Mhm.
guys are all, we have a couple handguns with the police, and that's all. Yeah,
That's
We're
so
also,
great
yeah,
job. Yeah.
the rural areas are also home to a large number of retired or semi-retired veterans who are
Yep.
combat trained with experience, who aren't in for this shit.
Yeah, they're not gonna hold their gun sideways because it looks
No,
cool.
it's because we're grumpy old men and we don't want to be left alone. And if you come knocking on our door and you have malice intent, you're gonna get got.
Yeah.
These
So
points are exactly why, sorry, Sam. This movie, like, I am so curious to see what the resolution is going to be at the end of this movie. Like, how they beat the whatever Texas California bullshit alliance
mhm.
coalition.
Well,
Like,
I also
the
go ahead.
conservatives are going to lose, right? Like that's what
Yeah,
you think.
exactly.
Yeah, that's how that's
I'd
definitely how
love.
the movie's gonna end. And it's sad too, because I'm looking at I've watched this trailer all the way through a couple of times now,
Mhm.
and it's a well put together trailer. It looks like
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
movie is a pretty solid movie in terms of production and acting and cinematography and all that shit. Just not so on board with the messages they're trying to tell, because there is a very blatant message here.
There's a
Yeah.
very tiny, subtle emphasis on under God that comes in here. The
Yeah.
fact that Nick Offerman is the big bad Trump. Like, he's always typecast for the crazy conservative, far right, libertarian type of person.
Which is
And
funny because he's about as far from that in real life as it
exactly.
gets.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
mm,
And the
Oh,
fact that at some point in this, you see one of the president drops a nuke on American citizens.
mm.
There's only one side that has threatened to nuke citizens, and it ain't Trump's side.
nope.
Mhm. When was the last time that you saw that happen in a
If
movie
you're gonna
too?
take on
Because
the government, you better have a F-16 and a nuclear weapon. You don't need more
Yeah.
see, the last time I saw that happen in a movie was in 1994's Independence Day, and it was Houston, and they had already lost Houston to the aliens. Most of the people were already dead.
Yes, yes, and it was still a heavy weight to
Yeah.
drop a nuclear weapon on American soil, because it's
Yep.
never been done.
And
Well,
it didn't
never
work.
been done for yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't work. And this is also fiction about aliens, which, quite frankly, Independence Day was incredible. Still one of the best movies ever.
Yeah.
It's a great July 4th movie.
Oh, I
If
love
you've
that
ever
movie.
wanted a 4th of July movie, watch
That
Independence
that
Day.
speech,
My
that
go-to
speech
is
is
Joe.
That
Oh,
speech
Yeah.
is everything.
oh
Like,
my
Yeah.
God. Bill Pullman killed
Yeah.
it in that movie.
Yeah.
Killed
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
So
Well,
just
we will get to it's they don't overtly say it in the trailer. That's true, Carrie. They don't overtly say it. A lot of it is like subtle inference, and the fact that Nick Offerman is never playing a leftist.
Yeah.
In fact, I think that speaks to his ability as a comedian and an actor, because he's quite good in those roles. He plays them convincingly.
Oh yeah,
But
like Parks and Rec.
Mhm.
Friggin' Ron Swanson is the best character, and I hate that he's such a leftist freak.
Yeah.
The
So
actor.
let's continue on with this a little bit.
Citizens of America, the so-called Western forces of Texas and California have suffered a very great defeat at the hands of the United States military.
Mr. President, do you
real quick?
Yeah,
So I liked all of those movies.
I know. That was one of the first thoughts I had when that.
Yeah, hold
They
on.
were all
What,
good.
what's the writer's name? Alex what?
Garland.
Alex Garland. I'm gonna look this up because
Yeah.
I'm. You know what? I'm gonna pull a Jeremy from G&G, and I'm gonna put his name, and I'm just gonna put one single last name after it and see what pops up, because it's always
see
a
what
thing.
his thoughts are on it. Yep.
It's always a thing. And this is nonsensical, because first off, the US military is not going to fire on other American citizens. You're asking American law enforcement officers and American soldiers.
That actually
to
brings me
fi-
to
Yeah, go
a
ahead, dude.
point that I've been wanting to make for a while now. So yes, a certain side of the political aisle in Washington has subtly threatened to drop nukes on their own citizens in the last year or so. The problem with that is that the vast majority of active duty military come from the rural parts. They are our sons. They are our husbands. They are our, brothers. And most of the nuclear silos where they would actually have to turn the keys to actually launch the damn things are also located in the middle of the country, in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yep.
Again, manned by our sons, brothers, husbands, and so on.
Ding, ding,
They are
ding.
not, I mean, you might get a couple of lunatics, sure, but the vast majority of them are not going to be willing to turn those weapons on their own people.
I just worry about the last 3 years, because the people that got kicked out because of the poke that shall not be named, those people aren't coming back. And then now there's all these transmissions that are now the poster children of our military that are being brought in, these mentally ill people. So I do worry about that, because yes, I agree with you that that's how it used to be. And it technically sort of is, but just from experience, when I was in, Adam mentions it, you kind of drink the Kool-Aid. You do what you're told, and you don't question it to a certain degree. You can, but you have to do it strategically, and you're generally shut down, and you still have to do what you're told. So, but this is a different situation when it does come to turning it to homeland.
Well,
Yeah.
I would point out that all members of our active military have sworn an oath to defend this country against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Yes.
Well,
how that is interpreted might vary.
I agree with you, Gal, 100%. That's exactly why they're doing it. It used to be 10, 15 years ago, if you told the United States soldier, you said, I want you to go over there and kill your family. Do you think any of them would do it? Hell no. They'd be like, I can't do that order. What are you even talking about? You get these leftists who are more devoted to government because big daddy government is everything. These socialists, they'll take care of us. That's who's important. When you get these people who are more devoted to their political ideology and stuff like that in the military, they would do it. If you took some blue-haired land whale who their whole idea of found family or whatever it is, that your family's not your family, it's the family you choose is more important. That idea, when you have that and you say, go kill your parents because they're the bad guys here, they might do it. Because they're more devoted to the government, less to their actual family. We've broken down the family unit that much, and the military is actually actively looking for those kind of people. So,
Well, how they lure people in, even when I went in, I didn't have all of these altruistic reasons for joining when I did. It was in 09. I was in college. I was on financial aid and it was running out. My best friend joined 6 months prior and she loved it because she still had the rose colored glasses on. She hadn't made it to the fleet yet. And so I was just like, the GI Bill. I'm already in debt for going to college prior to. I'm very wayward in life. I don't have a direction. I need something instilled in me. So I joined, but a lot of people join for the GI Bill. They want to go to college. They want the government to pay for their college.
True.
Like
True.
modern times, especially. And so a
thing
recruiting
is, though, is that-
tactic is you sell the shit out of that to people. So the people that are looking for that.
Hi, Ariel.
Hi, Ariel.
I feel bad for bouncing on the last time that we talked. So weirdo number one in the comments, trailer for Alex Garland's new movie Civil War, or also known as What Will Happen if the United States if Trump wins. Okay, all right. Well, there's that one. Also,
That's from so these are tweets from the author. Or
no, these are tweets from people.
Okay.
I haven't gotten that far because
Gotcha. Okay.
the movie's been out for a while and I'm a little behind. So this movie is about what happens if Trump is elected again. TheVerge.com. Really? Like, really? Are we doing this? Like, it's nonstop nonsensicalness, like, of these people.
And it's always people
Alex
who have
Garland's
never
next
been
movie
in-
looks scarier than any of his sci-fi films. Are you serious, dude? It's
obviously,
a movie.
you didn't watch Annihilation. I'm just saying. Yeah. But yeah, these are always from people who have never stepped foot, more than say 50 feet from their local fucking Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Here's another
They've
one.
never had to defend themselves in their life. They've never been in a fist fight. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what
Convenience
they're
within
wishing
minutes.
for.
They've never been punched in the face.
I'm gonna say this right now, okay? And I've said sentiments like this before. I don't want to see something like this come to pass. Like as
Same.
much as I disagree with the fucking left, the left is a part of this country. They are my countrymen, and I do not wish to see their blood spilled. I don't at all. I think that would be horrendous, and that's like if we were to have a civil war, they would create rifts and scars that we may never recover from as a people. Between us, and I don't.
We already
see
had one.
Yeah, I know, and there's still fucking shit going on from that.
I know.
And I don't want to see it happen to this country again. I don't want to see neighborhoods torn apart by people fucking killing each other in the street. Far from that. I don't actually wish harm on these people. I wish they would shut the fuck up most of the time, but I don't wish harm on them. The difference is if one of them was up here instead of me, they'd be all for it.
Yeah.
Spill my blood.
Yes, you're right. They would, because they wouldn't show you any compassion. Because that's the problem is that these people have been led to believe that just because we have differences of opinions, that we're dangerous and that we are one of the worst things on the planet.
That's
the difference
where they're
is,
right,
though,
we are dangerous, and we're dangerous precisely because we are capable of the things that they're claiming that we're going to do, and we are not doing them intentionally. We are restraining ourselves.
I don't know if this dude has a Twitter, to be honest.
He might not.
I don't think he does. I've been digging in deep. Now look, what's up, D-Day Direwolf? How you doing, bud? Of course, I'm seeing the weirdos go nuts about this, like going, "Oh, civil war. That's what's going to happen if Trump is reelected." Like going, "Okay, well, fine." Look, almost every president in the history of the world has been fucking hated by the other side, right? Like, and we're still here.
And again,
Joe
I say Anybody
it's
who's ever seen real violence doesn't wish for it. I'm just saying. These
Yep.
people have never fucking
yes,
seen anything in
exactly.
their lives. You know, and they certainly don't wish it on other people. I will defend my neighborhood and my people and my family if it comes to that, but I ain't gonna, you know,
What
I'm
in
not
the
going
hell is going on here? Hold
to
on, I got
California to
shit.
set a nuke off or some shit.
Hold on,
Yeah.
well, California. First off, I don't believe they say have any because they're not very. So this guy. Wait, so I'm confused. Why are some people are so upset at the premise of Alex Garland's Civil War? I don't know. Maybe it could be a cautionary tale. There it is. Another buzz phrase. Cautionary tale about the future of the U.S. Or it could just be a blockbuster set against the backdrop of an American Civil War. I don't know. Hey, what are you doing, dude? Are you serious? What? Why are you beating up your iPad, bro?
I don't
I
understand
don't
it
get the
either.
gif. Yeah, I don't get the little video. Like, what the fuck is he doing there?
I don't know.
I
I don't
have
know.
no clue.
That's the point. Is that these people are not sane. They have been broken
Mhm.
over a
looked like a
man who
crack
had
spaz to
mean
me.
tweets. Who cares? Guess what? Just for the record, too, if the president of the United States wanted to drop a nuke, they'd actually have to get authorization, and then more authorization, and then launch codes, and then more authorization, and then confirm the launch codes. Like it's not like you just go, I have a button on my desk, and we hit the button, and it goes boom.
But that's what Hollywood shows.
Well, Hollywood
So
lies about a lot of stuff.
stupid.
I mean,
God,
Thank you.
you know, like again, same director. Speaking of Annihilation, I saw a half skeletonized bear scream with a woman's face in that movie. That doesn't make it a real thing.
Right.
You know, it's but
The-
that movie's
he
fucking
made
wild.
he
by the
made
way.
Dread with Carl Urban. I didn't know that.
Mhm.
I keep
Yeah,
mixing
I
it
like
up.
his movies. They're good. You know?
There
mixed
might
up Annihilation
be an
with,
undertone that we're missing from the
Hey, that's
trailer.
also possible because oftentimes the director and the writer and whatnot are not involved in cutting the film either into a trailer.
Yeah, it's very true. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, and it's not like, look, I'm
I
not
would
saying that
be
just
happily
because
surprised. I'd love that.
I'm not saying just because the weirdos on the internet like are running with this, like going, oh my god, this is what's gonna happen if. No, that's not it. Um, it's one of those things that Hollywood has purposely gone on award shows and say, F you, F a certain president, and F you if you voted for him. It's like, okay, well, that's your freedom of speech. Great.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna see your movies anymore because that's not cool. Like, and it's also at the same time, like, look, I don't think that Joe Biden is destroying America. He's a senile old man. I barely know if I think he barely knows if he has to use the bathroom. It's the people underneath him who they're actually running the show, right?
No, that's what the colostomy bag is for.
Yeah, it's not nice. Colostomy bag.
What? He's old and probably incontinent.
He's extremely old. And I said this when he got elected. I was like, this is kind of elder abuse, in my opinion. I'm like, I feel bad for the fact that he seems to be declining and he should be in a home, or he should be at home with a home nurse surrounded by his family. And I got called names for that. And I'm like, are you serious? Really?
Mhm.
And I'm
Well,
like,
no, you see, my
because
mother
I had
said the same
compassion
thing
for
years
another
ago.
human being who seems to be declining. Like, what's wrong with you?
No, my mother said the same thing years ago. She was talking about that. She used the exact same phrase that you did, elder abuse, except she didn't say kind of. I mean, like myself, she's convinced that Jill Biden is definitely involved in that and keeping him dosed.
Oh no,
would-
I agree.
You
I
know,
would absolutely agree. Obviously we've had it, we've had issues before where presidents have been they're rare where a president has been taken out by a dramatic medical issue. And
Mhm.
of course, their wife had to step up to basically run the country. This was probably long before, chief of staff and stuff like that, would actually call the shots because they had more political influence than, let's say, the first lady.
Yeah. But no, he's
Well-
not. He's not running shit. There are people running him. That's why I call him meat puppet, because that's what he is. He's a ventriloquist dummy.
Yeah, you know what? And I was kind of on that train for a long time about making fun of Joe Biden, but at this point, it's elder abuse, and I don't
Yeah.
like it anymore, because not just the fact because you're abusing a person. Look, he could be the worst person in the history of the world, but he doesn't know where
Just
he
one of
is.
them.
He doesn't know who he is, and you're pushing him around like, like, come on, Grandpa, say the thing. That sucks. It's just
Yeah. All dude cares about these days is ice cream.
as he
Yeah.
should. I mean,
And that's
fucking
that's
80.
fair.
And children.
Well, yeah.
Well,
I don't think he sees a difference between them and your average,
well,
chunky monkey cone.
old habits die hard there, gal. When you have dementia, you actually revert from being
Yeah.
this age.
Yes.
And so you're slowly going
know.
backwards, which is why
Yeah.
he's probably in his 30s right now.
And therein
When-
lies the
when
problem
the
with,
things
with
were
our
very
justice
different.
system. Because if he is in fact guilty of a lot of the crimes that he's been confused or been
Accused of.
he is he should be
What-
punished. But we can't punish someone for crimes they committed if they can't understand that they're
Yep.
being
Mm.
punished, if they're not cognizant, if they are not aware that they're on trial, or that they're whatever, that they're under arrest.
they can be
like
president.
they can lock them away in an institution for special needs or whatever, but they can't punish. He can't be punished for shit because he isn't even aware that he's done anything.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
It
also
just
one
makes
of
it
those
more
things.
depressing that he's our president, though.
Well, what'll be funny is
But
they've been denying it for so long. The second that they actually tried to convict him, all of a sudden he'd be walking with a walker, and they would be like, "Oh, he
Why
can't
are you
understand
doing
anything."
that,
Yeah. The
Yep.
second
Yeah,
that
and-
goes down.
And that's kind of what I'm getting at, right? Is that he's the president, but he's really not. He
No.
Well,
he sat in the basement, and you had a bunch of people, and I'm going to include people who are kind of on the fence about this, like something that Trump turned them off because of his rhetoric, right? Because hey, look, he's from Brooklyn. What do you want? Like, the dude's gonna talk shit. Like, seriously, like you're expecting a guy from fucking Brooklyn, New York, not to talk shit. It's look, New York is famous, for talking shit. So anyway, the long and the short of it is that you had people like going, okay, I'm kind of tired of the chaos. Like, the media is always like vomiting this garbage. He's firing back because the media is always, it was ramped up to like 9.8 all the time, and people were tired. Now, turn the page. Now we have a man who's president, air quotes, and he's not lucid, and all the policies of the people who are underneath him being implemented have drastically raised inflation. They've drastically destroyed the housing market. Milk is $5 a gallon someplace, sometimes 8. And the thing is that what was it last night? What the hell stream was I on? Where we were talking I think it was last, sorry. It was where we're talking about the fact that that now that holiday, was it holiday meals? Anyway, sorry, Ariel says right there. Okay, $6.49 a gallon for milk over here. I don't know where Ariel's at, but that's insanity. Because I'm living in I left Florida. It was about $3.99 a gallon. Here, it's definitely elevated, but it's not that high. So I'm thinking Ariel is somewhere in California, maybe New York or New Jersey, something like that. So gas is down to
gas is
$3.60.
below $4. Awesome.
So
I mean, that still sucks, but it's better than
yeah,
here.
it's just
Colorado's below 3 right now. It's weird.
Won't stay that way.
no. it
Oh,
won't.
believe me, I know.
It's winter. Well, okay. So also on top of that too.
About to go into election year.
Yeah, well, it's also wintertime, which
Your
prices
face
do
is
drop during wintertime, because people travel less. It's just a national thing. Doesn't mean that but I'm not saying anything like that. But I'm so sorry, honey. Wow. I'm in California, the Central Valley, which is weird considering we're surrounded by dairies. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
It's
you know,
because
that
y'all
milk, that
get
price.
taxed and taxed and taxed and taxed and taxed and taxed.
Well, that and the price of milk gets driven up when a dairy farm with 30,000 head of cattle for some reason spontaneously combusts.
Well, we haven't had one of those in a while, but there
No,
was a
no,
large spot. Wait,
There
did
were
we?
enough.
no. We haven't had
Oh,
one in
yeah.
a while, but it was enough to put a
The
dent in the
amount,
price.
yeah.
It was extremely large. All the warehouses and the dairies and the chicken farms that just poof
I
with
still want to
the
know how
smoke.
cows and milk are combustible, but sure.
Mm-hmm.
They're not.
Because either that or they had something else going on there that they
Especially
they
to
were
be in a
covering up.
raging inferno the way they were. Like
Mhm.
they're like,
Mhm.
oh, largest chicken farm in Michigan goes up in flames. And it's like you see flames that are like a mile and a half high, and you're like, those chickens have nitroglycerin in their ass? Like, what are you talking about here? What's going
Mhm.
on?
Yeah, they're hatching napalm.
Yeah.
It's not
That's why it kept
I
burning.
Lahaina.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. That sucks, Ariel. Whole California thing. That's awful. I've only been to California a handful of times in my life, and I hated it.
It's awful.
You know, I went to when I was a kid. My mom took me to Crescent City, which is like way far north. It's right up on the border with the state above it, and it's famous for or it was famous at the time anyway, for a view from the top of their lighthouse where you could see out like 14 miles or so much such out to sea kind of thing. You can see forever. It was I mean, it was just a bunch of water, so it wasn't that impressive, but whatever. Um, anyway, that same city since then has been completely taken over and is now controlled by the Latin Kings gang.
Awesome.
It's a haven and a hub of crime.
I'm not sure if you're allowed to call them a gang because they're people
They're a
of
criminal
color.
enterprise.
It's kind of racist.
I don't care.
Maybe they're disingenuously misunderstood.
No, they're a branch of MS-13, dude.
I know what they are. I'm just screwing with you, dude. Look, this is what they say about it. They're like going, well, all these things like, oh my God, Trump said that every migrant coming over the border is racist. Grapists and violent offenders. It's like no, we're talking about the gangs, dude. Like MS-13, stuff like that. Like the members who have probably been disenfranchised from the actual cartels, and they're walking across the border like going, asylum, like going, yes, and I'm doing the voice because I'm doing a shtick here. Remember when
Heck of
comedy was
racism.
I was about to say, remember when comedy was allowed to make jokes? When you see these people at the border and you see early 20s to mid 30s aged men, strong men who could actually, and you're like, I'm sorry, I thought it was all women and children. Where are the women and children? They're like going, oh, we put them back there because they're women and we fucking hate them. Oh, okay, that's right. Sorry,
Well,
guys.
here's the thing about that. First of all, first I disagree with you saying disenfranchised members of these organizations. I don't believe that at all. I believe that they're still working for them, and not just them, but also foreign governments.
Joke, dude.
Yeah, but yeah, they're just that's something that I heard Gal speak on Vets Talking, I think, not too long ago as well. Like we're seeing
Droves.
a literal invasion, and that is the thing that makes this whole Civil War scenario a little bit more plausible, because these guys are going to blend in as best they can, and then when they get whatever fucking signal they're supposed to get, they're going to start egging on different sides to fight. They're going to start taking shots themselves. They're going to start, we're going to see a whole
kind of what was the name of Ray Epps? Yeah, it's going to be a whole Ray Epps situation, but with a bunch of foreign nationals across the country all at once, and that's what's going to start off some shit like this, right?
Sorry, we had jokes. I had to highlight jokes. Being very serious, dude. Like, did you get a colonoscopy today? Like, what happened? Why being so serious?
No. I just, but my fucking country's getting ass raped, so.
Serious
So-
animal. I like it.
It's like green weenie adjacent.
Green weenie adjacent?
You didn't say that in the army? Okay. I guess it's just it's when you get fucked by the
See-
government in the military. The Marines call it
No.
the green weenie. It's called the green weenie.
No, I think that's called latent homosexualism.
No.
Because
Like when
It's not
you're
latent
in
if they're
the fleet,
fucking you in the ass, dude.
if you're
well,
at
Gal
your
was one of the
unit-
only females ever to join the Marines, so she had to fend herself off some way, and she's like, "I'm a dude."
Stay away from me. Stay away from me with your green weenie.
Oh man, sorry.
It didn't
sorry,
work on the
sorry,
Navy
sorry.
boys though.
They're like, Jesus, you got penis? She's like, hey, sailor. What? Oh God.
So, and that's like, it'd be one thing though if they were bringing in a bunch of, like, it's bad enough that we've got, so many undocumented people, and by that I mean illegal aliens, YouTube, coming across the border. But without them having like families, without there being women or children coming along with them and all that stuff, these are just fighting age men
Yes, they are.
with no records, who very well may be working for some foreign military or other. We know a fair number of them are working for the cartels too, but the cartels are in business with China as well, so there's that.
But not just that; they're also in business with Al Qaeda and ISIS, and
let's be honest, man. So's Washington.
Yes, they are.
Looking
at you, Ilhan
All giant
Omar.
circle jerk.
That's one of the problems that I've been having with this
Look,
whole
I'm just
situation
saying.
in the Middle East.
Ilhan
man, is-
Omar, I'll buy you a fucking ticket back to Somalia right now.
No, she
I
don't
give
wanna
my
do
check
that.
card.
She doesn't want to do that. She said some shit. They'll cut her fucking head off.
Yes.
Yeah.
They won't. It's not just that, and that's what irritates the motherfucker out of me. Is that it's not just that they would parade her dead body through the streets because these people are heinous. It's what happened with with the attack from Hamas when they parachuted into the peaceful concert, and they stole hundreds of people. They just and drug them, and the women. Oh my God! You're wearing a skirt. You are and to them, you are a skank bitch, and they will literally do what they want with you, drag you through the streets, curb stomp you, then cut your head off and leave you to be found.
Yeah, that's why when I can't believe people who support freaking Hamas. You can disagree with Israel and stuff like that, but to support a group like that, like when they threw that girl in the truck, that German girl
Shawnee
who was
Logue.
Jewish,
Yeah,
and they threw her in, and her leg was bent that way, and everyone's all like, "She's still alive." I'm all, "No, she's
no,
not."
she's not.
Because even when you are out cold, when your bones are moved in that certain way, you will moan, even in your sleep, even when you're out cold, you will moan. She wasn't moving, she wasn't reacting any, and her leg, the way it was bent, it was broken. They broke the bone inside.
They shattered the ligaments at the knee, and also if you look at her right arm, unfortunately, it looks like she tried to get up and pushed up, and somebody curb stomped her arm through the right bicep.
She was dead, and the way.
And
she
then they
died,
found her body later on, after the said fact, beheaded.
Yeah, they and there was a whole bunch of shit in between where people were saying, "Oh no, she's alive" and all that stuff. Gave false hope to her fucking parents. Eventually found her and proved that no, she had been dead and she had died brutally, and then they had mutilated her after the fact.
And it just, I don't know. And, and that's like when you talk about Ilhan Omar and Somalia, like Somalia is famous for piracy.
Hold
Mhm.
This
on,
is not
hold
a
on,
good country filled with good people.
hold on, real
Yep.
quick. Like, are you joking with this?
Yes, Wu is on the spectrum. He is.
Okay, well, I meant to
He's.
highlight this one actually. Did an Israeli tank break her leg? Okay.
And here's the thing, like I've got friends on both sides of this issue, right? Obviously, I hang out with some Jews, I hang out with some Arabs. I know a lot of people who are not connected to either, either group in the Middle East who have picked a side too. I have not, because I'm not in favor of any of this shit. I know for a fact that my government is funding Hamas through Hezbollah as well as the IDF. Right? We're
Yes.
playing both fucking sides. We
Of
shouldn't be
course.
involved at all. It's not our fucking war. But personally, I don't know. I'm sick of hearing about it. And my biggest problem right now is that anybody who hurt, I try to boil it down to the simplest common denominator, because there is a lot of complex shit that goes back thousands of fucking years in that region. If you hurt
Okay,
kids,
Winky,
you are my
I see it
enemy.
now. My bad, dude. Like, that's a funny comment. What do we believe? What we
Yeah,
see
it's-
or what we are shown? Yeah, no, that's funny,
sometimes
dude.
his
My bad,
comments
dude.
come in broken.
Yeah, no, sorry, dude.
But
Which, of course, I
if
wasn't
you
going to pick a
hurt-
fight in the chat. But anyway, sorry, Sam.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
If you hurt kids, you are my enemy. If you hide rockets and shit beneath fucking children's hospitals, you are my enemy. If you are, hanging out with the guy who owns a specific island,
Mhm.
you are my enemy. You hurt kids, and I fucking hate you in any way.
Yeah.
And as far as I can tell, while I don't agree with everything the IDF does, they aren't targeting children.
No.
They aren't using children as human shields. Fuck Hamas. I don't hate Palestinians. I do hate Hamas.
Mhm.
Also, just for the record, the Middle East is a giant area. You couldn't give the Jews a little sliver of land. Are you shitting me? Like, have we not gotten over this fact? Like, that island is smaller than the island of Manhattan. What are you doing?
It gets better, Ryan. It gets better. So, do you know how the Palestinians came to be?
I do. I do.
Yeah, I do too.
The Palestinians were people who were rejected from the other Arab nations, who were convinced that if they went off to push the Jews from, as they say, the river to the sea, that they would be given a homeland of their own. Right?
Yep.
And ever since the Israelis were given back some of what became Israel, what became the state of Israel back then, and the Palestinians have been asking the other Arabs for help. They have been asking these other countries for help. You know who's not helping them? The other Arabs. The only ones who've been providing any support at all are Hezbollah, who are Iranians, who are Persians. Persians are not Arabs. Different ethnicity. They fucking hate Arabs.
Yep.
They also hate Jews, which is why they're, doing their whole thing here. The other Arabs don't want the Palestinians back. That's why they're not stepping up to help. Part of Gaza shares a fucking border with Egypt. Egypt's not opening their fucking border.
Nope.
Because they don't like the Palestinians either.
Samuel, you're making too much sense now. Hold on now.
It's just like, so no, like in regards to the Palestinians, they are rejected from the other Arab states. And that
hold
sucks.
on. Winky is very correct. Point to Israel in 1947. It didn't exist. Britain used its soldiers. Yes, that's true. To clear land for Israel. No, look, I completely get it. I get that. Look, Britain, but this is a tale as old as time, is that conquering and taking land is the way of human beings. This is a place that is smaller than the landmass of Manhattan. You can't give the Jews that. Like, really? Look at Saudi Arabia. Like, if we carved out, 7/8 of Saudi Arabia to give to the Jewish people. I get it. I'd be like going, wait, hold up here. Like, oh, that's a little too much. It's kind of similar to what
Can I
happened here in the United States with the reservations. Not saying that was right either, but
can
Devil?
I drop a little facts on Winky? Uh
Dude, I thought you were going to show your
Jews
butthole
have
then.
existed in what is Israel in that area long before Islam even existed as a religion. It didn't exist when they were there. When Moses crossed the desert for those 40 years, they landed there. It became two different countries, Judea and I can't remember the other one. Anyway, they have been on there since then. They have never truly fully left. When they, after all the stuff that happened with the world wars and how Jews were treated in that, that's when they decided we need a state. And they went to Britain, and yes, Britain carved out that chunk of land. Actually, they carved out a bigger chunk of land, but because Muslims kept throwing tantrums and threatening violence, Britain kept cutting down the amount of land that they were going to provide to them.
Specifically, I think the Jordanians and the Syrians.
Yeah, exactly. Now, also, if you look at how the Palestinian thing came about, it actually was a psyop. What happened was the Jews wanted to buy a lot of land. They weren't allowed to be sold it by Islam. It's part of the thing. You can't sell to a thing unless you're a very powerful Muslim. A very powerful Muslim man bought up a lot of this useless desert from Muslim people and then sold it in a big thing to the Jewish people. And they took this useless desert where nothing would grow and turned it into an oasis. They put in the work and made it something great. He then went to Britain and said, "This is unfair. I want the land back." They said, "Well, how was it unfair?" He said, "Because they're Jewish." Britain said, "Sorry, that's not how it's done. They get to keep the land." He then worked with a general. I can't remember where the general is from on a plan. That's when they moved in the Palestinians and claimed that it was actually Palestinian land. They had some ancestral thing to it.
Okay, hold on.
In the
No, I hold on, Devil, real quick. I wanna address this. You're not gonna call names. You have the right to every opinion that you have. Take it easy because quite frankly, you're starting to spam the chat. And I don't know if you're in my chat on Legion Talk. Could be on Samuel's.
No,
If you
it's on
spam, he's on yours.
Mhm.
Okay, easy. Let's have a discussion. Calm down. It's fine. All right. Nobody's calling you names. Don't call names back. I don't care that your grandfather fought the Nazis. You didn't
So
fight
did
shit.
mine.
You didn't fight shit. Your grandfather did. That's fine. That's great. Your grandfather, goddamn him, he's a beautiful man. Seriously, I don't care that he earned medals. You
Again,
didn't
so
earn the
did my
medals.
grandfather.
You didn't earn the medals. He did. Easy. Come on, let's have a conversation. Let's let Devil finish. You make your point, Winky. I want you to talk because we're all about free speech here. Let Devil finish. You make your highlight your comment and let's have a conversation, okay? Go ahead, Devil.
Ultimately, what it is it's just there is not a claim of ancestral thing to it. I do believe that they should have a two-stage solution if they're willing to actually hold by that. And they've offered many a times to have a two-stage solution. It keeps getting shot down or they won't even consider it because they have a rule that you're not allowed to acknowledge the Jewish state has a right to exist. That's the only thing. So instead of sitting here and playing that somehow Jews have stolen the land from Arabs, Muslims, and that there's something, let's just acknowledge that. How about we just stop the fight? And one side doesn't want that, one side does. And that's the only thing. I'm not an apologist for the Jews. I don't want us in the war. I don't want us sending a shit ton of money. The only thing I think we should do is park a couple ships out there and say, look, everyone else, stay the fuck out of it. This isn't your business. Let them deal with their shit. but otherwise, no, I don't think we should send them a shit ton of weapons. I don't think we should send them a shit ton of money. I definitely don't think any American soldier should lose their life on behalf of another country.
Absolutely not.
Agreed.
And frankly,
And this with
the IDF
Ukraine
doesn't
too.
actually require our assistance in that regard. They've got
Exactly.
very
Yes.
high tech shit. They're very well trained. They
Look,
don't
and
need us to do their job for them.
no, and I want to address because look, I was just a little firm. Look, Winky, I'm not saying that anybody here is apologizing for, you know, maybe horrible things that have happened or the way things went down that were not right. The thing is, though, we can't change the past. We can try until we're blue in the face, right? I don't have a time machine, neither do you. I mean, if we did, we'd probably go back and right all the wrongs. But again, just because we right all the wrongs doesn't mean the world would be different. It means it might be different in a bad way. The point of the fact is, this is what we got to work with. The state of Israel exists, and there are people, and I'm saying I think the United States should stay out of it with Ukraine and Israel and stuff like that. There are also people on the other side that don't think Israel should exist and should be wiped off the map. That's not a good idea either. It's bunch of people killing each other is always the worst idea. I don't like people dying. As somebody who's been in the military and one of two on this panel, let's stop killing people for stupid causes. For stupid causes.
Yeah. No, as far as the current raging debate, particularly among Americans, particularly among a minority of Americans on Twitter and various places of that nature, you know, the idea that you can be in any way nuanced in this is anathema to conversation. You are either for Palestine or you are for Israel, and there is no middle ground, and there is no sitting on the side saying, maybe I don't want to be involved in this bullshit. You're all in, and you're all in on one side or the other. And if you don't make a statement saying so, they'll make a statement for you. You know, and that's been the biggest problem with this, is because look, I'm not necessarily pro-Israel. I think I've got some issues with that country. I've got some issues with some of the way that our country seems to kowtow to them.
Yeah.
I have issues with that. That doesn't mean that I hate Jews. You know, I got some issues with the way that Joe Biden was kissing the fucking caliphates a couple of months ago of OPEC. After he told them to go fuck themselves, it's like, no, you shouldn't have done that, man. You made us look weak. And you know, I got some issues with Saudi Arabia too. Doesn't mean I hate Arabs. You know, it's not always that simple as like, oh, well, you know, you're saying this thing about these guys, you must be a, you know, for lack of a better term, a Jew apologist or an Arab apologist, or, you know, that's not what we're here for. That's not what I'm doing. And I don't believe the devil was doing that either. I think he was laying out historical, you know, facts as he sees them. And so, yeah, it's not one or the other. It doesn't have to be one or the other.
No, it
and
doesn't.
frankly, as far as I'm concerned, my first and only allegiance is to the United States of America.
Yes.
You know, so when people tell me that I'm pro-Israel or pro-Hamas, I know they're full of shit, because I know where my allegiances lie, and it's not to either of those governments.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I am pro United States of America and every person that lives in this country. And second, I am pro humanity, because a little bit human. I mean, I don't know. I can't tell for, you know, maybe devil or gal who has a weird potato fucking emoji, or Samuel, because of the fact that he's an eldritch god and he has no soul. I'm pretty pro humanity and people not hurting each other, because people hurting each other, it doesn't just hurt the person that you're hurting. It hurts their family, their children, their spouse, their loved ones. Like, and it doesn't just hurt them all that I just mentioned, it also hurts you on the inside. It makes you more cold, more calculated, more unfeeling, because human beings were not meant to kill each other. But look, animals are actually, there's a reason that mammals, including humans, are predatory, because quite frankly, we need them to survive. We have to kill the cows to survive. We have to pluck shuck the corn and stuff like that. Guess what? Plants are alive. So ultimately you're killing a part of the plant to take it. It's what we need to live. It's what the whole entire world needs to live. Every animal and entity in it, including bacteria. I don't like anybody being hurt. But I'm gonna say this straight up. Quite frankly, like, we can't change the past. So why are we beating our brows? Why are we beating our foreheads against a brick wall, yelling at each other, thinking that we can? We can't. Like, guess what? Mr. Mustache Man, he happened. He killed 6 million Jews. I mean, I could play the applause for that, because he ultimately completed what was maybe minusculely his idea, and then of course as he developed late stages of syphilis and stuff like that, deteriorated his brain, and he got like vastly messed up. I mean, in a sense,
Syphilis.
it was syphilis.
It was syphilis, which I do have a spiel on that I want to go into in just a second, real quick though. Winky Winky Woo. I'm going to apologize a little bit. One of my moderators got a little overzealous. You were not supposed to be banned like that, so I fixed it. Sorry about that.
Oh, well, yeah, no, sorry, Winky. I didn't know that a moderator got overzealous. I just thought you were taking a break, which I would have understood. Look, we have open discussions here, not just on the panel, but with the chat. Like, Carrie and I don't agree on everything. Samuel and I don't agree on everything. Like, that's just the way it is. And I hope that I hope this hasn't tainted your view. Let's have an open discussion. Let's avoid maybe casting a few stones, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So, like I said, like it was an oversight. It's been corrected. I do want to go into real briefly why I think the Native Americans defeated Hitler.
Yes, they did. They did. The
This
code
is
talkers.
this no, not those guys. Not those
Oh,
guys at
okay.
all.
That's
You see,
all right.
I mean, yes, they did. Those guys were awesome. I'm not diminishing what they did, but what I am saying,
You're like, hold on. Whoa.
is that hold on? What I'm saying
Bigot.
is that before Europe sent people over to the United States, syphilis did not exist in Europe. Before they sent them over to the New World, syphilis did not exist in Europe. That was exclusively a disease of the Americas, particularly of the North Americas, that
That's
they
true.
caught here from the natives and brought back with them. So if colonization did not happen, Hitler may very well never have contracted syphilis and started making stupid tactical decisions, which led to his defeat.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
I
thank
don't.
you, Native Americans, for fucking the shit out of our
Well, yeah,
settlers.
you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, let's.
I may have been responsible for bringing it over there.
Yeah. you dirty bastard. Look, so the devil's dirty penis aside and affecting the whole entire planet. Ariel says, "Oh wow." Then Native Americans defeated both H-men and Hiroshito.
Yeah. Well, see,
Ariel
once
also,
the Europeans get
hold
something,
on.
they spread it around.
Hold on. Ariel also said sex is always the winner. Well, I don't know. You haven't DM'd me, so let's find out. But it's only one direction. You get it. I don't get nothing. It's not the old switcheroo. I go classical. That's it. Well, maybe slightly classically weird, but there ain't no pegging going on, woman.
For $20 super chat area, I'll roofie him for you.
What the fuck, dude?
We're not monetized.
No. Devils just
And now
say
we're
the hash
definitely
app.
not getting monetized.
Devil's
So
just
what
saying,
happened?
cash at me and I'll roofie you.
The fuck? What did I
The
miss?
fuck were you doing?
I've slept for approximately an hour.
I know. I heard you were on a late night stream. Why are
She
you
was on
hanging,
like
hanging
all
out
the
with
late night
Australians?
streams.
What?
Why are you hanging out with Australians? They're not real people. You know that, right?
I do
They're
know that, but
trolls.
they're awesome.
They're trolls. Oh my God, Lou's here.
Always the wrong moment. Hi, Lou. Good to see you.
Girlfriend, quite frankly, you have the fucking timing of a 20-year-old white girl. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Walking
What
into
do
a
you
show, naive, doesn't know anything about life, and just walks in and goes, What does it mean when you know you're tossing salad? And it's like, really?
I don't know
I'm
either.
just saying.
Oh,
Does
that's a
she
good
not come in
conversation.
Gal
like,
absolutely knows what that means.
wow, did you just out her degeneracy?
No,
Oh
he's
no, she's
able
quite
to pick
open.
up on cues. Were you not paying attention to what I just...
What? I love salad. It's delicious all the time.
Especially when it tastes like his bucket.
No, that's not a thing. That's not a fucking thing. What the hell is wrong with you?
Where do you think? Where do you think? What do you think comes out of that salad that you're talking about?
I know what comes out.
Yeah, poop.
I'm just not munching on that bar. You know, women are some of the cleanest people in the history of the planet, right?
They're really not, dude. They're
No,
really
they're
not.
I don't know who y'all been dating, but the women that I've dated, they shower religiously. What's wrong
That's
with
because
you?
their bodies are disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all of our bodies are disgusting. They sweat, they stink. They're like, I don't
Do you
understand.
bleed monthly?
I didn't say that I was taking the fucking red slopes. What are you talking about, dude?
Good.
The vagina is a very disgusting place.
It's not just the
I like-
uterine
It's
that comes
also
out of there
self-cleaning,
either. There's
though.
all kinds
yeah.
of weird shit.
My
I'm
balls
not
are not
trying to go
self-cleaning,
into those
and yet
details, Sam.
my balls are not self-cleaning, and
No
yet women
shit.
still put their mouth there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. I'm sad I can't hold it against Ryan. They eats butt because girls will suck on dudes' things, and yeah, they're.
Hey, real quick, I
Remember how
gotta
much we
adjust.
clean them? It's
Yeah. That as far as that goes, that was like I said. That was one of my moderators got a little bit overzealous. It won't happen again. You weren't supposed to be banned in the first place. Though I did correct it. You're you should be good.
Yeah,
So-
no, Winky. Look, we don't always agree, even on the same panel. Quite frankly, I think that Gal is a raging, horrible person, and quite frankly, the fact that she's sipping out of that mug makes her a giant racist. We don't always agree. When it comes a problem is when people spam the chat with the same thing over and over again, right? That's me personally. My chat, you're not in my chat, you're in Samuel's. So no, you're good, man. That should not have happened. Also, Ryan, I'll clean those for you. Oh, damn me, girlfriend.
Yeah, but I'm just saying there's.
I
More
told
than
you the
one woman
parameters, though, so
present.
don't expect me to step outside those parameters.
Yeah, there's more than one woman present telling you that women are disgusting. So I'm just putting that out there.
I like that. I like that Samuel still gets embarrassed every once in a while.
There are some things about the human condition that absolutely disgust me. And let me tell you something. People would not have sex if it didn't feel good, because if you look at it objectively, it's fucking gross. If it was just a biological function, like we had to do this, which it is, to propagate the species, which we do, but there wasn't any pleasure in it, we would fucking die out.
Yeah,
because it's disgusting.
Yeah.
You
Let me
know,
stick my spongy meat stick in your.
anyone who has woken up in a cold cuddle puddle knows
Mosquito.
exactly what I mean.
Cold cuddle puddle. First off, put a damn blanket down after you're done.
You never
Like-
just like roll off somebody and go to sleep?
No, I've never done that, Samuel. What? Because
I don't
you
know what
got
to tell you,
yours
man.
and you're done? Like, what are you talking about, dude?
Generally, she's gotten hers too, unless she was my wife, and then I didn't care that much.
Nah.
and
so
technically,
moral
that's
of the
her
story
job.
is that 97% of the women have never gotten theirs.
Hey, hold on. I get mine. It's your job to get yours. If you know, it ain't my job.
I'm
No,
sorry. It's the woman's
No,
job
it's a
to
two-way
get
street.
theirs.
No, just like me. I get mine. You got to get yours. You tell me what you want me to do real quick. I'll do it and stuff. But if you think I'm going to fucking sit there and like go for
Oh, I see
14
what you're
hours so
saying.
you get
I like
yours,
how the
sorry.
operative
You need to
words
work
are
harder
real
at
quick.
yours. I'm a
14
selfish
hours.
lover.
You're doing it wrong if you're going for 4 minutes and 14
Tiny little
seconds.
button. Try and find it.
Fucking point
Well,
to it. Shit.
There's also a button like right on the inside. Just saying. And if you have the long fingers.
I mean,
Why do you
get
make
a-
everything
Blue's still
creepy,
here.
dude?
I shouldn't have said
Anyway.
anything.
Why is that creepy?
I got long fingers.
D-Day Direwolf is having a great time. What's wrong with you, devil? Just because you're a Californian and you're weird.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lou. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I said nothing.
we use natural vegan lube here in California.
Oh, good lord.
Oh, vegans.
Well,
There's
it's
something
not
so
just that,
wrong with
Ariel, that I have
vegans.
long fingers. It's I also have a
Damn, you do kind of got like a freaking what's his name from Kiss tongue
Yeah.
going on there.
Gene Simmons.
Yeah,
Gene Simmons. Yeah.
yeah, it's absolutely a Gene Simmons tongue, and this is why I don't believe Ryan when he says he's never stuck it inside a butthole. I don't see how he could not. There's just too much tongue there for a little bit of it to not go in. He's trying so hard not to crack up.
To crack up.
I have another show after this. It's at some
So
point.
do I.
You know, Anna, we're on the panel. You know all of us. You could just talk to us directly. I like how Anna's skirting around the conversation by talking to the chat. She says, "Hey, at the Clue channel," it just never stops. Like,
I mean,
Wait,
she's not.
we're
You're upset
people.
with her interacting in chat?
No, I'm just giving her shit. She didn't say hi to nobody. Fuck her.
Yes, she did. She said hi to me, bitch.
So it's sexism on the menu.
On
there.
occasion, Clue, that is correct. I am a cunning linguist.
Yeah. This is gonna be a horrible story.
Oh no.
As a kid, I realized I had a long tongue, right? And I was like, "Oh, look!" It's like,
Does this involve a teacher?
no,
Okay.
A squirrel?
no.
A bucket.
I really shouldn't tell this, but I'm going to. Because
Oh,
fuck
no.
it.
Oh, it's a new meme. Got it. Okay.
So my grandmother used to take care of me. No, not like that. I'm gonna put the brakes on now, and I was like, "Grandma, I have a really long tongue," and she's like, "Oh, that means you're gonna be very articulate later on in life." And I'm like, now it's like, oh no.
So an hour and 42 minutes in, guys.
Well, actually, it was about an hour and 43 minutes.
No. When you started talking, it was about a minute ago.
I talk all the time. What are you talking about? An hour?
She's talking about the moment where you started talking about your grandmother and your tongue.
That's not a thing. It's
Were they not both in the story?
It's massively taken out of context right now. Is because kids notice things. It's like, oh look, mom, why do I have such big feet? And it's like, I don't know, it's one of those things that kids notice crap, right? Because like I've always been able to touch my tongue to my nose or stuff like that. Fuck you
What about
guys,
your
you
nipples?
suck.
I was saying you're getting awful close to changing the meme to dirty grandma fucker, but okay.
That's not a thing. That's
Liquor.
not actually what happened. I shit it in a bucket. That happened. Like that meme's fine. The other one, you're fucking taking A to fucking Q.
Yeah.
Devil, I swear to God, if we ever meet in person, I'm gonna punch you like a football. You
I'm not
small little
gonna
man.
perpetuate the
And then I'll
story
hug you
about,
afterwards because we're best
grandma's
friends.
Oh,
tongue.
so it's okay for you?
To what? What?
Oh,
Punt devil?
hold up a second. Where did this come from?
I don't know, but I support it.
Remember what I said earlier?
Samuel
he
is
thinks
the age
that
of
I'm
Mexicans.
wearing a Mexican flag because my hair is green and there's like red and gray on my blanket.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, she's wearing way too much for my taste, Winky. So
Well, also at the same time, she opens her mouth more than like
Clothes?
once a
Yes.
day. So
Okay.
Yeah,
He
Samuel
likes the
likes his
brown
women
hole.
naked in the kitchen.
oh, I
no,
gotcha.
that's
You like
no.
that.
Oh, okay. I like how
Uh,
Gal's covering up right now, and she literally
I'm
wore.
cold, Ryan. It's cold.
You killed my joke, dude. You're killing me,
Aw.
Miss. I wore a bikini on Dermy stream.
I was also in a Pikachu onesie because it was cold.
I know. I saw that one.
yeah, that was pretty
The
fun.
fact that you have that is horrendous.
My Pikachu onesie? I love
I mean, my
Pikachu.
kid's got one, but she's 10.
I got it
Good
for Christmas.
Lord, Winky. Oh, also, Anna said above that, shut the hell up, Ryan. Leave Tiff alone. What? You're not here. You don't get to moderate
She's
me.
clearly here. What? Because she's in chat, that means she's not here? Screw
Yeah.
yourself. No.
Oh, I'm gonna skip that comment.
We can't really show that, dude. Sorry.
Hey, Revenge, good to see you.
And no, I will not shut up, Anna or Tiff.
I mean, I naturally am a blonde, so I can see how you're confused because you're a man and can't tell differences at all.
No. I was just saying never mind. Just, nope. Gonna
Go
get in
hide in your
trouble.
bucket.
Gonna get in trouble.
Probably.
Devil, say things.
What?
I've never heard the devil stumble like that. He's like, what?
I mean, he was stumbling this morning, I guess, when he was making clips of himself just by speaking about senators and gay sex. He stumbled in that.
Damn,
got
you're so
animated.
bad.
Ariel,
Evil.
your comment,
Senators do
I'm
sex.
actually okay with both sides of that conversation. You know, naked woman in the kitchen,
What?
half naked woman in an apron bringing him a sandwich. I mean, it's all good in the hood.
Quit skipping her comments.
I'm not skipping her comments. I'm not in control of the stream.
You're skipping her comments.
No.
I mean, it's not really look, I don't highlight every single comment on this stream. But you know, if I miss something like it's exceptionally dirty, it's because my mother watches this show, Ariel.
She does.
Oh, yeah.
And now she knows what Ryan does to old ladies' back ends. So
She's known this for a while. She's really unhappy about it. Not about you know, grandmas, but about like, you know, your propensity for licking out brown stars.
I'm sorry, Sam's mom.
Oh, she's dipped already. Like she probably dipped after the first
she's gone for a
20
while.
Just for the record, I don't know where the fuck I was going with this.
Shocking.
I don't know. Oh no, I do know. Just for the record, you three ladies in the chat and panel, y'all go yourself. All right, you know what? You ain't bringing this man down no more. You were gonna say
He
something.
said he's not going down anymore, ladies. Are you cool with that?
I know.
I censored myself.
Winky, look. I know you say misogyny.
I get this question. Never mind. I thought it was a different comment.
No, trust me, I'm not. Really not. It's all good.
That's
in the hood, though.
graphic, Ariel. I'm not putting that up on the screen.
The hell did she say?
It's the last thing she put on there. It's like 5 comments.
Something similar to what you sort of just said to the 3 ladies in chat.
It's like a
no.
blumpkin, except food's going in the mouth hole and not coming out the poop hole.
That's lovely.
Uh,
Might as well just bring the comment up, Sam.
Ariel says that's okay as long as we can do something standing. I mean, I'm 6'4", I'm pretty strong.
Ariel must have a real boner for mountain men because she really wants Ryan something bad.
Well, I think Winky also has a real boner for me all of a sudden. Wait,
wow.
Ariel, I'm 6'1". Wait, what?
Same deal,
You sure
Winky.
you're
$20,
girl?
I'll roofie him.
Yeah, some girls get pretty tall, dude.
Well, I've actually always kind of wondered what it'd be like with a girl though.
Don't encourage her unless you're willing to back it up.
I'm not. Look, I've never gotten a DM.
I mean, Ariel sounds pretty backed up.
I've never gotten a DM about this conversation. So, clue.
Yeah, it's, you know what, being 6'5" myself, it's very, very rare that
we'll
I
see.
get to encounter a woman who's anywhere near my height that actually wants to, do anything.
No, Winky,
that
I
common.
appreciate the fact that you're a chinky cunt. And yes, I said it like that because it's less offensive when you say it
It's
with
less offensive to say chinky.
No, you say it with like an Irish or
Because that's what it sounded like, Ryan.
I love how half the panel is tall as shit and the other half is short as shit.
Yeah,
You got
that's true.
Sam and Ryan are tall as hell, and then me and Gal are stubbies.
I am perfectly proportioned.
Wait, hold on.
For
the record, real quick, Samuel has yet to prove he's 6'5". All right.
I don't have to prove shit. I'm Eldritch God. You can believe me or not. I don't care.
Well, if you stand next to me and I find out that you're an inch shorter, then you're not 6'5", bitch.
Yeah, that'd be a fair metric.
Because I'm legit 6'4", like legit, like
I'm
VA
6'5".
hospital measure.
What is the opposite of legit 6'4"?
You're a fucking liar.
3'2".
People
It's just
lie.
the heavy emphasis on the legit was weird.
I'm just saying. I've taken a picture with a well-known YouTuber who is a tall person, and I was a little taller. That's all I'm saying. It's fine.
I can buy.
Do you want to measure dicks too, Ryan?
I mean, I guess if you want.
I'm just,
do
like
you want to
lay them out there, and
you want to play swords? We can cross streams.
No one was
We could-
making
we
a
could try
day.
to buy
It was
generators
like
pee on one side of
separate from each other measurements.
I pee on one side of the toilet, you pee on the other, and the streams cross, and it makes magic.
it's more fun when it's a fire, not a toilet. But yeah,
That would cause the end of the
Now,
world.
do you measure when it's hard or soft?
oh, when it's hard from the base.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
curious.
know. I've never actually measured.
I don't believe you.
No, I've never gone out of the way to measure.
I feel like you missed out on some seminal moments of being a dude.
Well, I had a girlfriend that measured once, but I've never measured on my own.
So did she measure it hard or soft?
Hard. I'm just adding the context to the question.
The context was not needed.
Well, I never willingly measured it, so
But
it would have
when
been
I
a moot
was-
point. She measured.
So
when I was the first time I did, I was in like 10th or
No,
11th grade,
you're
and a friend of mine came up and she's like, "Hey, I got this new ruler. Go measure something." And I was like, "Okay," and I did.
see, that's funny. That's funny. No, I just had a girlfriend that
what'd she do? Pin you down?
no, she said that
You said you weren't willing.
I was doing better than her previous boyfriend. So she was
And then
wondering.
when do you have this girlfriend, Samuel? The measuring
Oh
one?
no, she wasn't a girlfriend. She's just some chick I knew.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
no,
all like,
mine
so
was
every
girlfriend,
time,
and I was
every
like 23. So, like, what do you want?
We were
15
at
years
we
older
were
now.
at the high school. I didn't whip it out in public. I went to the bathroom, measured my dick, came back out, told her how long it was.
and then every time she pulled out her ruler in class, Sam got hard after that.
Anna, I just said why my ex-girlfriend measured my dick.
It's probably because she was pretending to lick it. The ruler. That's why Sam would get hard.
Oh,
every time she
okay.
pulled it out.
She wasn't particular about what I measured. I could have measured like the retarded kid at the next table's shoe as far as she was
I mean,
concerned.
I
She
have
just
a
wanted me to
question.
measure
Hold on.
something.
Anna, have you never measured a boyfriend's penis?
I haven't.
Yeah, but you probably have a ruling on knowing about how long it is, right? Or have you? How about this? Have you ever asked a boyfriend how long his dick is?
No.
Yes, you have.
Women don't really care about that. Most.
That's a lie.
Okay,
I'm
well,
not. No. I'm meaning like exact measurements.
okay, so when this happened, I was 23 and she was 20. So can we give it a little bit of leeway here for kids?
For what? Like what? It
Dude.
grew more after 23?
No.
When does
I
it
don't think
stop
so.
growing?
Well, men
like your
genuinely.
earlobes, it can continue to gain some size, but it could also get smaller also over time. It's not like a constant thing. It's a flexible organ.
No, Anna, I'm not weird.
Yes, you are.
No, not really.
I was just gonna bring that up. You're weird.
No, the fuck you weren't, or you would have said
Yo,
it
I
before
just saw it. Sam was talking, and I don't rudely interrupt him like someone I know.
Oh my God, Samuel! I told you again. I've told you this. This is why we don't do ladies on the panel, and yet you insisted. What are you doing?
Lady, that's.
I love how the women are saying no. We haven't done this, and Ryan's all yes. They have. Maybe you were just with a freak, Ryan. Did you ever think that?
Could
I
be
mean, I used to
possible.
know a girl who liked to take a little razor blade and gently slice the shaft a bit so that she'd suck blood out as well. You never dated a vampire chick, did you?
No.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was. Yeah,
You
it's a whole
did
thing.
this, didn't you?
No, actually, I didn't. She was dating my brother. He told me about it, and then, like a dick, he showed me the scars.
Oh my gosh.
Wait,
Okay.
Scars plural, as in happened more than once.
If a chick comes anywhere near my dick with a fucking razor blade, I'm fucking throwing lead.
Yeah, I'm just saying some people are freaks.
Holy fuck.
well, I might not throw lead initially. I'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" She'd be like, "Going, no, I just want to taste a little blood." When I'd be like, "No."
Look,
If you
I'm
come
not
any
saying
closer,
I've never done any kind of bloodletting, but it has never touched my junk.
I don't want to be on the show anymore. This has gone so far off the rails.
I think I'm gonna clip Ryan saying that because there was just the perfect amount of silence around both sides of that comment that just makes a perfect clip. Like
that was good. That was good timing.
It's a
That
good
was good
clip.
comical timing right there, Ryan. That really. You should put that at the end of the show, just as clip it on there at the end. Just him saying that.
He'd be like, I just don't want to be on the show anymore. Oh man.
Oh man.
I
right.
don't know where we go from this
We
point.
go home.
I'm going to church. What are you talking about?
I'm taking
Devil's
a
gonna be
nap
seen
before
there
this.
asking for forgiveness.
He's like, please forgive me. I didn't mean to do this to the world.
I want to be one of the good guys, please.
Hey, El Shock, way to come in. Hope you missed most of the bad stuff.
I was on his stream before this one. That's why I was late. So they just finished their stream probably.
Oh, so who I blame? You know, he's been undermining me in the Pickle Stand Chronicles too. Anyhow.
Well,
You're
because
getting
he's on the
closer
wrong.
to Pickle Hannes.
Well, because he's on the wrong fucking side, including Anna.
Yeah, that's temporary. But
Shaka Zulu being on the wrong side is temporary.
Oh, Anna,
Anna.
God.
If me and Green
that
can
was
prevent
kind of my
Samuel,
main point, because Samuel said we were having a disagreement about the pickle stand. I know Anna being on the right side is temporary.
all I know is
Yes,
if
Boo, Pickle Hannes is my waifu.
if we can prevent Samuel from dropping another bomb on the pickles, me and Green
luck.
might have a chance of bringing them to our side.
It's true. So control yourself. Eldritch
Yeah, dude,
God.
actually control yourself, or I'm gonna have my Tyrannosaurus eat your face.
He doesn't
If
have
you
a
can
face.
find it.
Okay, well, she can literally bite through your mythical cloak and devour whatever
Just getting
ethereal
kinky.
soul.
You're the one that
Then I'll
enjoys
just be inside her, Ryan. Do you want that?
especially when you're having
Don't
your
answer
alone
that.
time with her.
I don't have alone time with an animal. I'm not a weirdo.
Pretty sure you do.
No, again,
Long story, Revenge. Long story. There's a link to it in the last week's live stream.
and we are getting part 2 in January, and I am very excited. It's
He's,
starting the new year. That's
yeah,
starting
he's-
the new year out right there.
He's gonna have me beta read it
I told Dermy I'm
Why do
trying
you get
to
a beta read it?
because I'm actually a pretty fucking good editor.
Okay, well, that's a pretty good point. No, Ariel. The T-Rex is not a metaphor for that. It's
just literally he really, really enjoys his T-Rex.
okay. Well, because Rexy is the queen of the dinosaurs.
Named it, by the way.
No,
my God. Did you
she
guys ever
was
see
named
Penis
from
Shark?
the fucking book. Remember Michael Crichton's novel from 1991 or 1992, like Jurassic Park,
Ryan.
turned it into a movie? What?
Ryan.
Did you ever see Dick Shark?
You seen a dick shark? What's a dick shark?
It's a movie.
I've never seen that.
It's a softcore porn. And it's got Misty Monday in it, and it's about a dude who gets this like Clayface from Batman. How he's got that stuff that makes him all malleable. This dude puts that on his dick and makes it look like a shark, and then it falls off, and then it goes around and just like fucks people to death with its face because it's got a shark teeth. It's a whole thing.
No, Samuel, I don't watch the fucking movies you do. What the hell is wrong with you?
What streaming service do you have that you're watching Dick Shark and Tyrannosaurus Preacher or whatever the fuck it was?
Velocipaster.
Dick Shark was on Amazon.
Velocipaster and
Velocipaster was Prime.
I watch all kinds of stuff.
Messed
Look,
up
man,
shit.
say whatever you want about how bad the films that I watch are, but at least I'm having fun watching them. There are a lot of people out there who are going out to theaters these days and going home disappointed.
Very true. Very true. 100% honest.
Well, I mean, I guess they could probably not go home disappointed if they're beating their dicks to weird movies too.
I mean, what do you?
I mean, you have to be.
Or something?
You have to be like literally by yourself watching these movies.
Some of them, yeah. Some of them are so ludicrous that it's more of a party thing.
I'm just giving
like
Samuel
the Dick Shark
shit,
thing
but,
is totally a party thing. You know, it's like watching midget porn, man. It's hysterical. You got to get popcorn for that shit.
I don't think I do. I could watch something else.
All right, suit yourself. I'll be having fun.
Well, guess what? Now I'm never coming to one of your fucking movie watching parties.
Yeah, chat.
Samuel, hey man, you want to come over and watch a movie? Be like going, we're not watching midget porn.
We're gonna we're gonna watch midget porn and force Ryan to watch with us. Me and Sam.
Wait, what are we doing?
We're gonna force you to watch midget porn.
No, I'm not watching midget porn.
Just the three of us, buddy. It won't be gay.
Yeah,
that's extremely gay, especially the one who's sitting in the center, who is most likely going to be skiing.
You can be the cream in our Oreo.
Nope, not going to happen.
Darkness.
What the fuck, Anna? Are you shitting me with this crap? And you call me weird?
Never mind. I'm not gonna say what you're gonna say.
Hannah knows porn.
On that note, we should probably wrap this up because I don't see us recovering from
It
midget porn.
sounds diseased, so yes, you should.
Yes.
It's
yeah.
You're ending the stream early because we have nowhere else to go from this.
Pretty much, yeah.
Tune in for the midget porn watch along, guys.
There's not a midge. No, it's not a thing. Not gonna happen.
It's not too early. I mean, we covered 2 hours, and that's
No
not-
revenge.
not gonna see that.
Don't encourage her. She talks crap.
And it is pretty awesome revenge. Yeah.
Fuck Hannah.
It's not diseased,
Well, I think
anymore than my
I
hand
think
is.
Winky's talking about me.
Oh. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Because remember, like
You were
20
really
minutes
quick to correct that.
Well,
Or
because
is he
Winky
talk-
was
You
being
wanted us to know that your
cheeky
dick
earlier,
is
right?
diseased.
Just being
Or-
cheeky, not something else.
Or is he talking about my original syphilis dick?
No, I think we're way past syphilis dick.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
All
sure
right,
we're working a lot,
I don't think I've ever actually said that on a stream before. Syphilis dick.
Well,
And
you've
we're
said
way
it twice
past
now. You want to keep it up?
right? And moving on.
It's not that it's that it's fine if you want to, but somebody out there is going to turn that into something horrendous.
Well, you know why they call it the clap, right?
Yes, I know why they call it the clap.
Why, Samuel?
How did you tell us you're so keen to talk about it?
Because they used to put it in a book and slam it to get this infection out and shoot across the table. That's true.
Yeah,
That's
and
what-
when the
You
boil
would
popped,
know
it
that.
usually did lasting damage to the tissue too. So when they did it that
Well,
way,
that's just minor details. I mean, modern
look, you
medicine
could
had to get
lance
their own-
you could lance it instead of like dropping a fucking book on it. Just saying.
Find that chick that wanted a razor. And some
Gal,
blood.
you didn't know about this earlier, so you don't get to comment now. Well, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
I do. I was here for it. What? You're weird.
You're weird.
I
On
know.
that note, thank you all for coming, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, Sam. Please go ahead.
Why don't we go around the horn and tell people where we will be? We'll start with Gal and Devil because they're apparently going to be on everything.
Oh, where'd Gal go?
She got dropped in the bag.
Because Ryan's a dick.
I am a dick. That's right. I am a giant dick.
She's like, I don't actually want to
Fucking
listen
you
to
at every
anything, so
turn.
I'm out.
Oh my god. YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, and Instagram. Green haired anti-liberal. And you can find me on Vets Talking later in an hour and 40 minutes for Skinamax Saturday. And Horny Alf's channel tomorrow at 10 p.m. Mountain Time for his gaming stream. Yep. Party Animals. That's what we're doing, I think.
You can find me after I get done treating my OG syphilis on Nalik3 on the Twitters and Get Ranked tomorrow and Engage tomorrow and the game stream tomorrow.
All right, Ryan, what you got coming?
Other than being on this car wreck every week, we're gonna be having a shipwreck tomorrow on Star Trek Engage. We're gonna have Lily 300 Mirrors on. I feel so bad for her.
She knows what
because
she's getting into. I checked.
Yeah, I did too. Because she's such a good person. She's not Gal, who, quite frankly, I don't give a fuck about her feelings. So I'll be on the Vets Talking later in an hour and in 39 minutes with a green-haired anti-liberal Tiff, where she's gonna be wearing her the only places those fingers are going are inside of you. So I don't know why you keep blowing it up. Mine are bigger. Stop it, Ryan. Just stop. I don't know. Fucking Christ. I Star Trek Engage tomorrow, 2:15 Mountain Standard Time, 4:15 Eastern. And then of course, Game of Thrones. I don't know what fucking episode we're on. I'm gonna have to figure it out because, quite frankly, this whole entire weekend has just thrown me off with the shenanigans.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, as for my part, if you're here, you know what we do. Live streams throughout the weekend. Abyssal Musings Friday nights. This show, Screaming to the Void, on Saturdays, and on Sundays we do Star Trek Engage. And as Ryan stated, we will have Lily 300 Mirrors doing the episode Court Martial from season 1 of TOS. Should be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to that. And then if time permitting, during the week, I hope to make it all of my friends' shows then too. Mellow Mondays on Adams, the Renaissance Nerds channel. On Monday, Tuesday, Dermy Wormy's Late Night Mayhem, and on Friday night's Royal Rumble. He made me part of the cast, so I kind of have to show up if I can. You can also find me later tonight over at Exiled Lioness 2, where I will be moderating and doing a little bit of producerial work in the back.
What the fuck, Ariel?
Me too.
No, the fuck you don't.
Yes, I do.
I am a good Christian boy. I don't understand what's going on here.
Good Christian.
Yeah, well, then why are you on my list? What the hell?
Good Christians don't lick buttholes. That's all I'm saying. You think you're gonna get up?
Well, I mean,
Peter's gonna be like, "You can't get in until you prove to me that you can clean that booty."
Well, guess what? I will prevent this process for doubt.
He like hikes his robe up and he's like, "Lap this shit up."
Oh God!
Why does St. Peter look like Dermy Wormy? What the hell?
Look, I will repent before I die, and all will be good.
I'm glad I'm not religious.
I'm gonna continue munching on it like a lunchbox.
All right. Well, and on that note, chat, thank you guys for coming and being here and adding to the degeneracy and all that. Hope the first part of the show, anyway, the conversation was worth something to y'all. And I do appreciate each of my panelists and co-hosts who are here today. You guys are awesome. You show up every week. We have a great time. Sometimes we get a little pissy with each other, and it's fine. That's what friends do. I'm glad to know each and every one of you. I'm glad to have each and every one of you be a part of this. That said, remember, YouTube, it could always be worse. It could be raining flaming cobras. Have a great night.
Bye.
What is it you pray for?
That's not the right thing at all. Sorry, guys.
What, you loser?
Yeah, it's...
Well, I say every day it's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.